Okay, so we're going full Elden Ring mode with this one. The first of the destruction runes, the bleed runes. Now, this is going to be a wonderful addition to the game. I like what this has done, not just for the game in general, but for Red, for destruction. This is phenomenal. I'm over the moon with this. I want to see bleed shade mages left, right, and center because this is not only a popular build for Elden Ring, it should be a very popular build in the Shades of Dominion. So, without any further ado, let's freaking go. Bleed runes. Runecasting in the Shades of Dominion. Here we go. Bleed runes deliver a debuff, obviously, because you're cutting them and they're wounded and they're bleeding all over the place. It triggers whenever the target is attacked in combat or spell targets a bloody target. And the default debilitation for bleed runes is, you guessed it, they take extra damage. Bleed is the combat version of burn. If you have a burn deck, you will probably have a bleed character. I hope. Man, that should be the way that it goes. Ideally, hopefully, one can hope. Because honestly, what are you doing in destruction if you're not trying to burn through your enemies and make them bleed a little? So, spell types blood, blood, blood. Pretty straightforward, not a lot of complication. So, recovery. It's a heal check. Now, the DC uh, is only 10. 10 plus your bleed runes. Slapping on a bandage or two shouldn't be that difficult. And so the recovery skill is the heal skill. It's your medical skill. It's, it's not complicated. Outside of combat, it's going to take a short rest to get rid of your bleed runes. Again, this is not a complicated procedure. Lacerations, shouldn't take that long. You can also pay Stain Shade to heal yourself of these bleed runes. And half of the skill check in the DC to delay debilitation, as in, hopefully your Shade Master's not going to make you take extra damage each time you trip and fall. That would be kind of cruel, but still, if you, for some odd reason, want to take your bleed runes into the next combat session because you didn't want to do any of the things listed above, I mean, you do you. I'm not going to stop it. But anyways, outside of recovery, we have a few sample spells. Allows the caster to deal more damage in the next attack. You have simple spells. Slice. Cost 1 destruction shade, and the target gains 2 bleed runes. Honed Blade, which is something you throw on a character to make them stronger. Target's attacks add 1 bleed rune to each successful attack. And just so we're perfectly clear, bleed runes work every time you take damage. So every time you take damage, if you have a bleed rune, you're gonna take extra damage. So if you've given a target 2 bleed runes and you attack them again, not only are they taking a debuff to their skill tests, to their combat rolls, but they also take more damage when they're hit. So target, if you dealt 4 damage to a target, it's going to take 6 damage. That's how bleed works. So, the bleed rune. It's going to be epic. It's going to be major. It's going to be phenomenal. Y'all are going to love it. And we're just going to take it right into the next one, which is Frenzy runes. Yes, yes. We are bringing back Frenzy and we're giving it a new and exciting twist. that departs from the Elden Ring origin and returns it back to its Magic the Gathering roots. And I'm excited for you to see it. So, Frenzy Runes, here we come.